Hi and welcome back. My name is Perth. In my previous video, I mentioned that I would explain to people how we found out that it is actually a syndicate that we are dealing with. In 2023, upon searching, Junior came across a man called Mr. K. Mr. K is a brilliant lawyer. It's not many brilliant lawyers that I, at least myself, personally encountered in this matter. Another thing about Mr. K, he is fearless. Because I remember he was threatened at some stage. That gave him wings when he was threatened. He studied the whole matter and he decided to play these people's game. He said, they're not doing things by the book, but they operate in such a manner that you would think they are doing everything by the book, but they do things street style. It actually helped that Mr. K knows the street very well. Actually, he was recommended by the streets. He was recommended by the street. I remember there were three lawyers, and then the people that are from the street recommended, they said, this is your man. First, he got himself contacts within the Department of Justice, people that will influence his matter from the inside, because that's how the game is played, apparently. He wrote to the master's office. On behalf of Junior, he made, I think, 7 objections. Then there was no response. Then he wrote again. Then he used his contacts inside to press really hard from the inside now. And then eventually the administrator of this estate responded. That was our first and only response from the master's office. The response, if I remember well, just a one-liner to acknowledge that they have received the email. Then it was forwarded to the executor's attorney. For Junior, that was something. It meant that finally he's getting somewhere. But before this response, before she responded, one of the contacts of Mr. K called this lady aside and asked her, why are you not releasing this file? What is it that makes you not to respond and release this file? Because these people are preparing to go to the High Court. You see, that is why they keep writing to you. They need something to prove that they've been writing and you are not responding. So this lady responds and said, I can't release this file because this is a hot file. This file is kept together with this person's file and that person's file. So it is a hot file. So Junior contacts me and tells me this, the shock of my life. What constitutes a hot file? Now, these people, I can't call them by name. I don't have any proof, but I'll give a hint as to who I'm talking about. One of the people is a late musician whose son has been coming out many times into the social media complaining that he never received all that was due to him. The second one is the one that shocked me, because I had to go and sit down and ask myself, how could they do that? Like, how was it possible? Because first of all, there was a will there, and not much was done in secret. If I must give you a hint, it is a Nobel Prize winner, that's a very important man in our country, whose estate is considered very hot. And I said to myself, If they could do this to this person, who else have they done it to? It's sad to do this because this is not the state's money. These are families' monies that we are talking about. And that is when I said to myself, these cases don't overlap. The executors of that estate are far from the executors of this estate. So what is going on here? How is it possible? So that then to me that told me that no, man, something bigger is going on here, more than just a dispute of a family. This is not a family dispute, and that family also has still up till today has a dispute. I think within a month from that response, they requested a meeting with Junior's attorney. There was a lot of people there that were in that meeting when he revealed that he's been called to a meeting. So the agreement was that when he is in that meeting, he would record that meeting secretly. Up till today, we have never learned what transpired in that meeting. All I can say, the rest is history. By the end of November, if my memory serves me well, Mr. K was no longer part of our team, but not officially. We lost a brilliant person. We don't know why. I was so sad. I was very sad. I could see the pain in my son when he lost that man. I didn't know how to make him feel better that time. I remember the pain when that man left, and then when he lost a house that his father bought for him in Bloemfontein. That hurt him so badly. That hurt him so badly because his father bought that house. When his father passed away, he was studying in Bloemfontein. So his father bought that house so that he could live in that house. He actually said it was his house, but that house was registered under the company. That was liquidated for no reason. No reason at all. The company, the finances were healthy, and the way it was done was so painful that Junior, being an heir, no one ever told him anything. All he saw were people putting up a board that says auction. Nothing was done legally in selling that house at all. It was spiting him because they said he's giving them a tough time. No one in our defense. Those houses, they were, except for that one in particular, the rest of the houses that were in that company sold for very little money, way below market value amongst themselves. Please share our videos, not to make them viral for the sake of viral. Maybe the videos will finally get the attention of the relevant people that can assist us in terms of auditing this estate properly, to find out the damage and the loss in it. As we said, our finances were depleted actually a long time. But I'd like to say, please, if you know anyone who can assist us with, look into the description, you will find the contact details. If you know anyone who is willing to help us on a contingency basis to look into this estate, we really appreciate it. We no longer have means to fight anymore. They were all drained, they were all depleted. Thank you very much. Appreciate your time.